It's that time of the year again. Time to swap out the old bucket. Stay tuned. So about once every year and a half, the bucket just gets destroyed. I mean, we use these things a lot. So got to pick up a new one. I'm a personal fan of the Husky Bucket Buddy. And of course, pick up the cheap bucket from them. So what we're going to do today is we're going to empty this bucket first because we need to get this bottom piece off, which is a wood, so that this doesn't get worn out as fast, and so we can recycle it onto this. But we want to go through and figure out if we've lost any tools, if any tools are hidden somewhere. So let's go ahead and pull all these tools out. While we're at it, we'll see what's in the bucket. So of course we have our 2 drills. These are the Milwaukee right angle and impact. We have our 4-gauge crimpers. We have our snub nose cut-off crimpers. These are missing the tip. To give you an example, this is the one with the tip. This is great when you're trying to get into a dash and you have to crimp something or pinch something and you don't want to cut into a wire that might be close to it. You got your strippers. These are the Vise-Grip. You have your big wire cutters. Then you have your small wire cutters. Don't use these a lot, but they're linesmen. These are just nice to have because they're big and they'll do some damage on bending things. Duckbills, duckbill needle nose pliers, love these. And then we have various tools for poking through things. So this is a metal poker, this is a fiberglass poker. Anytime you're poking through something where there's existing wires, fiberglass. Anytime you're not, metal. For obvious reasons. Then we have various wrenches. We have a 19, we have a 14, we have a 10, and of course we have an adjustable. Then we have our zip tie bags and a noise filter that somehow ended up in there. Test probes, more zip ties. Oh. Screwdriver. I personally, in my bucket, like to keep the one with multiple ends on them. That way I don't have to have 4 screwdrivers in there. Alright, panel popper tools. We have our plastic panel popper tools. We have an 8mm socket, or 8mm wrench, I don't even know what it is. Okay. Flathead screwdriver. This is those cool right angle drill things you've seen us use. Of course, nut drivers. Love the nut drivers. Then we have Torx, more Torx, Allen keys, more Torx, wrenches with a 10 and a 7. Wire brush for grounds. This is one of those cool socket things, so if you're trying to tighten up, just like you could put a Phillips thing in there and just tighten it up like this, so if like you're in a glass or something like that. More Torx. Allen. Here we go. A really long Phillips, those are nice. An extension for the socket. This is a test probe. This will pinch into a wire and then you can meter it here. Just keep one of those in there. We have a bunch of them. Another extension, a bendable extension. This is kind of cool. I was looking for this drill bit. A mirror, random Allen key, knife, Alpha knife. Gotta have an Alpha knife. Love them. And then another bit extension. All right. Here. This is a pick tool, but it is stuck in here. Let's see if we can get, there you go. Pick tool. Bunch of crap in there. Alright, so we're just going to kind of dump this out. Ooh, some wire cutters. Didn't even know I had those. Random crap. Zip ties that have been cut. to screw these things in to the bucket so that, oh wow, look at that. Found all my Phillips bits that I've lost over the years and another nut driver. It's nice to screw these in. That way they stay in place. Another nut driver. Because, you know, we drag these things around every now and then. You kick them. You don't want to lose anything. Is there a screwdriver? Where? Oh yeah, look at that.
Remember when you said
Yeah.
I lost it?
Lost a Phillips, found a Phillips. Alright, let's take this piece of wood off the bottom. Oh, heck.
There you
Found
go.
the fish.
I know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Somebody have fish for a year.
Now, if you're going to do one of these bucket things, take one of your subwoofer cutouts, screw it to the bottom of it. What that'll do is that'll extend the life of the bucket. So, because these bottoms tend to wear out. So let's go ahead and finish getting this bad boy off here. Oh, hey, let me Phillips bit. Now we don't throw away our old buckets. Typically what we do with them is we move them over to hold scrap pieces of plastic and stuff like that. Because there's really nothing wrong with it. It's just not durable enough to carry the weight of the tools. But, you know, throwing things like scrap pieces of plastic in it and stuff like that, that's no big deal. Of course, you just want to feel, make sure that no little tools accidentally get left in the pockets. Alright, so apparently I've only lost one tool. Not bad. Alright, so let me clean up this mess and we'll start building the new bucket. Alright, so first we're going to start putting the bottom on it. Cut this silly thing off. So if you've never done one of these, they do have a slit in it for the handle. Just kind of works so the handle is still functional. Just kind of do this, line it up. Alright, because we use these daily, like I said, we like to screw these things together so that they don't slip and slide around. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so now it's loading it back up. Now, there's a rhyme and reason to all of this. We don't just randomly throw things in the pocket as much as it looked like we did. Everything actually has a purpose and a place because you want to be able to look in the bucket and see if you're missing a tool. Mine was getting toward the ragged end. Mine was getting towards its end of life, so I was having a hard time doing that because the pockets were all ripped inside. So I really needed to do this upgrade. So when I said I lost a tool, that was the reason why, is because I wasn't able to put tools back where they belong. They were falling through, poking out the bottom, tools were getting stocked, and was my own fault. So now we're going to put the tools that haven't got lost back in their place, and then I'm going to order, of course, what I'm missing. So these are going to go into one of the bigger pockets, and these will go next to them in an equally bigger pocket. The big pocket on the side, which is normally where the drill goes, is actually where I keep my nut drivers. So we'll go ahead and throw those in there. We'll throw back in all our zip ties. Those just hang out in the bottom. Put our drills back in it for weight. There we go. That's what I was looking for. The last cutter. And we have an open pocket for what was missing. Cool. All right. So now we need to fill these outside pockets. I always keep my screwdriver next to the nut drivers so that I know where it's at. This is going to be a little different. They've moved some stuff around. So we have another big pocket here. Let's see which pocket's bigger. Are they the same size? Alright, so I like to keep these 3 screwdrivers in the same place. So let's see if we have one pocket that they'll all fit in. That's the bad thing when you have to upgrade. Sometimes they change these things around and they're not always the same. So you have to make do with what you get. They have this nice big pocket now, so I think I'm going to take all... Actually, you know what? That can be... Put all the panel tools into that. These guys are panel tools. We'll put those next to it. Oh, now they both fit in one. That's kind of cool. All right, what do we got here? All right, so Allen keys, stuff that are thin that we don't use as much. We'll come back to you. Torx we'll put next to it. So we have all the little extensions and mirrors and all the long things. We'll put in one of these big pockets here. So naturally when you do this every year you kind of lose some stuff, so you got to work your way around and figure out where things disappeared to and then make adjustments. Like they don't have the cool little things for the little screwdrivers anymore that used to go around the side, so they took those out. So now we have to figure out some new place to put the little screwdrivers because they're not here anymore. And we use this a lot, so it's nice to have it in that pocket. Alright. Maybe we'll just put those with the nut drivers for right now until we figure that out. Alright, so we have the wire brush. Oh yeah, look at that. Good idea. So what Fernando did is to make room for where he had his little screwdrivers is he actually pinched the pockets smaller so that they all fit in here. I don't know if I want to do that yet. We'll check it out. We'll just kind of fumble futz around with this for a few days until we get it all straightened out. So let's take a downward look at this and see how it looks. So inside you can see there's the drills, there's all the pouches in the bottom, and then all the wrenches are arranged around the outside depending on what they are and what they do. So, you know, when you start on this side, you have like strippers, crimpers, cutters, crimpers, then the screwdrivers and stuff like that. And then, you know, everything around the outside has to make sense as well. So now we can walk up to a car with this bucket and have pretty much all the tools we need to do the job. All right, that brings this one to a close. Where can they find us?
You guys can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
If you guys would like to talk to us, you can check us out on Facebook Live Mondays at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Otherwise, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you later next time. Bye. It's up too high.
These nuts.